Hello, how you guys doing? Welcome to the Messy Sweet Spot. I just want to invite you guys all in today. We have to talk about Tamar Braxton. And Tamar, I want to let you guys know, I hear you, Tamar. We see the signs that you're putting out. You know what? I find it very odd that Tamar has yet to come out to clear any rumors. And that lets me know that something behind the scenes is brewing. And do y'all smell that? I smell smoke. And where's there smoke, they say there is fire. And we are here to talk about it all. Now, they are saying her friend, Funky Diva, has clapped back. They told me about it yesterday, but I didn't pay no mind until I did some research and reaching. And honey, we got video footages. I saw it all on this internet of her partying last night. But before I get into that, I have to work on uh, talking to you guys and interacting. They said, you just cannot go into gossip. You can't just talk about the breaking news. You got to talk to your fans. You got to talk to your supporters. And I have to work on that. So can you guys help me work on that? All right. How you guys doing? What's going on, Erica? How you doing? What's up, Miss Brown? So I do this thing. I want to know all you got. Where y'all calling from? Tell me the state and the city, or the city and the state. Let me know where you guys are calling from so I can shout you out. And also, I do have a link because, this is a community based channel. At least I try to be sometimes. And I like to hear your opinion on the matter. I did a poll too. And honey, the poll, what you guys said, it was very revealing. It was very revealing. And you guys know what's going on these YouTube streets because you guys know these people. Okay. Hey, how's it going? Thank you, Williams. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I really, really do. Is it too light? Do I have it too bright in here? Should I turn the light down? Should I turn the light down a little bit? Is this better? Or this is making me look more ashy. I don't know. I'll turn it back up. Oh, you know what? Let me turn the other side. Hold on. Let me turn the other side. Uh-oh. I'm trying to reach for the plug. Okay. I think that gives me a better balanced lighting. I don't know what I just did. All right. I can't see you. Can you? Miss Brown says she can't see me. Uh, can you guys see me? Press 2 if you guys can see me. Okay. Miss Brown said, she said, I can't see you. Can you see me? Can you see me? All right. Thank you, Just a T, please. You know how I can get. I'm like, should I do this? Should I do that? Should I wear that? Should I do this? Recently I've been keeping the same hairstyle, not switching it up. Because you know me. I always love to switch it up. One thing you can always depend on me switching it up. But I've been keeping this hair. Of course, I'm going to switch it up eventually, but I'm just trying something new, trying to be consistent at least with something. Okay. Trying to get into something. Uh, so Miss, this is my real face. I just have a little filter on just like everybody else, but this is my real face. Why do you want to see me so bad anyway? You trying to stalk me, girl? Okay. It's dangerous out here in these streets. We're living in dangerous times. Protect the queen at all costs. And you guys know, if you guys don't know, let me tell you, I do character work. I actress. This is my playground for entertainment. I do gossip, but I also do character work through my gossip. That's what makes it fun for me. So you guys must know that. And I think some people don't, because I guess I'm so good at what I do, and then when I switch up and do a different character, they're like, what? No way. Yes way, sweetheart. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Cal Bell. Okay, clock. That's it. All right. Did you really think that old lady face was me? Come on. I told you guys that. I told you guys that. You don't listen. But you know what? We have so much to talk about. I thought you looked different. Yes, honey. Okay. I had a serum. Let me tell you, I've been using this new serum moisturizer. It will get your skin snatched. And let me tell you, the makeup I'm using, oh God, it is the holy grail. Okay. Don't what about having my wigs got better? Having my wigs got better? Everything is just getting better. Now, I don't have my nails done. You know what I'm saying? I'll work about that. Can y'all cash at me so I can get my nails done? Okay. And you know your girl is struggling, girl. Okay. Oh my goodness. Gwen said, what app are you using? Honey, are you trying to get my filter too, honey? Girl, you know I gatekeep over here. Okay. You know I gatekeep, girl. Okay. Yeah. I'm so different. I'm so unique. I'm not like everybody else. I don't follow everybody else. I do my own thing, you know, and I get dragged for it every single time. Do you guys remember when they used to drag? They said, oh my God, show your hands, show your hands. Why you got the gloves on? I just like doing things that I want to do. I'm not here following everybody else. But you know what? This live is not about me. Stop trying to make it about me. It's about Tamar, Funky Diva. What's really going on? That is what you guys come here to talk about, right? Thank you, Miss Talks. I appreciate that. You hear that? She love me. They love me. Okay. I love y'all too. It feels good to be loved, you know? It's a cold, cold world. Okay. All right. Well, Tracy said, it don't match the person who we used to seeing with the voice pretty. Tracy, let's just be real here, honey. Okay. Um, Nothing ever matches, Nothing ever matches when it comes to me. Before this, you said it didn't match. Before I did that character, you said it didn't match. Okay. My goodness. All right. When I first came out, a part of the LGBT community, they said, you don't belong with them. You belong with the straights. I mean, nothing I do is going to satisfy you. Everything I do, you always going to try to put me in a box to fit your agenda or what you think is good for me. So, if you know me, I have fought every fucking box. Okay. I fought every fucking box. And I'm not into boxes. But like I said, it's not me. Let's see, y'all keep on trying to make it about me. Let's move on. Okay. Yes, it's my face, sweetheart. I just got a little filter on it, girl. Okay, come on now. Let's just move on. Okay. Okay, thank you. They said, do your thing. Thank you, boo. Thank you, boo. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, why everybody else get to do their thing? Okay, everybody else doing what they want to do in this world. Why can't I do what I want to do? And I don't hurt nobody. I'm not out here pound nobody. Okay. Shit. All right, so let's get into what we came here to do. But you guys didn't tell me where you guys from. Please tell me the state and city you guys from. Put it in the comment section. I'm dying to know. So someone says, was Tamar brutally beat in a private freak off? That's funny. No, I don't think she. Come on now. Which they said she was using PrEP. And the reason why she was using PrEP because she was having sexual activity with gay men and bisexual men. You guys know gay men, they love women, right? I know it's this scene that people say, well, if you're gay, you only like men. That's a lie because every girl says their baby daddy is gay. Clearly, these men like kitty cat too. So maybe she was sleeping with gay men or bisexual men and she knew it. And that's why she had to prepare herself. I don't know. Who knows? But that's what they're saying. I was listening to some bloggers and they made a big deal about it. And then now you're saying that she was at a freak off with who? Who is the freak off? It's in Atlanta, yeah. That's what I'm hearing. They do a lot of freak offs in Atlanta. Every like 5 times in a night. They have the daytime freak offs. They have the afternoon freak offs. They have the night freak offs. They have the after night freak offs. So she's a party girl. Yeah, she's a mother and she's up in age, but she loves to party. Okay. Can I get a refill? Can I get a refill? Yeah, she a lot of party. So I have some notes here and I would like to put it up here. Oh my goodness. Let me bring you guys my notes here. All right. So if you guys did not know, Tamar Braxton, she scared the living crap out of everybody. She came out on social media and she said, "You guys, I almost died. That is serious." She said she woke up a pool of blood, of her own blood, and she went to social media with that. Now I'm thinking, hell, why you taking it to social media? This is something you want to keep, until you get yourself together. But no, she went straight to social media. I feel like the reason why she did it because she have no friends. She has no family. When you have friends and family, that is who you're going to vent to. I've been through a lot of shit, y'all, over the years, and I have yet to came out to tell my story. And do you know one? You want to know why? Because I have family, I have friends, that I talk to, that I can have comfort in. I do have God as well. So I don't need to come out here and to get, support from y'all. I appreciate y'all support, but I'm not using my story for likes and views and for clout. I have real family and friends for that. But when some people, they don't have family and friends to really vent to, they come to social media to get some love and support and to spread awareness of what they're really going through because they don't have anybody, and I think that's the case with her. And I thought about it because they said Funky Dineva himself, guess what? He said he didn't even know. He said he was completely blindsided. He said that, I put up the video of him, what he's saying too, but he said that he didn't know nothing was going on. He got the post because everybody kept tagging him and messaging him like, what's going on? What's going on? Demanding answers from him as if he knew something. And he said, I don't know nothing. He said, I found this out when y'all found out. And I said, what? This is supposed to be your friend. Why didn't Tamar confide in Funky Dineva? I would think if I got my head busted or my face is full of blood, I'm going to say, listen, man, last night is crazy, Funky. You left me last night, and next thing you know, this happened, and bam. Oh my God, I'm gonna write a post about it now. I'm gonna tell my people what's going on with me. You know, I don't know about y'all, but my friends and family, they're going to be pissed off if I put some personal stuff on this internet without telling them first. The thing is going to be like, why you didn't come to me and tell me first? Why you got to take this shit to the internet? We family, we friends. You don't have to do that. Why you ain't tell me? Because you know why? They don't want me to go through this alone. Whatever I'm going through, they don't want you to go through it alone. They want to let you know, hey, we are here. We are here to comfort you, to support you, to help you. We're going to hold your hand. And they are saying how Funky Dineva responded to it. They said it was so dismissive, as if like she is just putting on. Like last night we was cool, and all of a sudden she is none of. That's what people were saying. I don't know how true it is. I don't know if that's how he really felt, but that's how people took it. And he kept on saying, that lady, that lady. I guess kind of shady. I don't know. Did they have a falling out last night? When they was partying, did they have a falling out afterwards? I don't know. And guess what? They said they have a history of going back and forth, being friends and then falling out, being friends and then falling out. I don't know about you guys, but I can't do that. You fall out with me, you beef with me, honey. I'm giving Cardi B, we beefing forever. Okay. Or we're just going to keep our distance. But hey, this is Hollywood. This is how they roll. You guys know with reality TV, Love and Hip Hop, That's what they do. That's how they operate. They're friends with you 1 minute, then they snake you the next minute, then they're cool with you the next minute, then they shark you the next minute, and then they do it to other people and expect you to be cool with that shit. Like, just get over it, girl. I said I apologize. Oh, hell no. See, I got to teach you how to treat me because I don't play that. Homie, don't play that shit. Okay? Yeah. You don't see me out here, okay, beefing with that person and that person and that person. Do you know why? Because homie don't play that shit, okay? That's why, okay? Hell, hell. Ooh, baby. So she came out, she said it was a full of blood. She said, fractured nose. That nose is broken. And this came out of her. Now, in my mind, do she know it's a fractured nose? Did she go to the doctor already? I'm assuming she went to the doctor and her doctor told her this. Or do you think she just took it upon herself to say, this is what it is? I think she went to the doctor. She had to go to the doctor. If you woke up with a face full of blood, ain't you going to the doctor, y'all? Press 1 if you're going to go to the doctor. Press 2, you're just going to clean yourself up and say, you know what? I'm good. God got me. What's up with that? I don't know. And then, you want to talk about God, but I heard on that show, don't she believes like in like future? I don't know. I saw when she was dating that African dude. Do you guys remember him? And he was beating on her. They said in that car, he was putting hands on her, allegedly. But she went to this psychic lady to get help, right? I don't know what's going on with that. The psychic lady didn't tell her this shit was gonna happen. I don't know. You know what I mean? Honey, if I believed in psychic, if I had a psychic friend before I go out, I'd be like, listen, am I gonna meet a man tonight? Am I gonna meet a man tonight, girl? Am I gonna get my ass whooped? Am I gonna get jumped? What's gonna happen for the night? Should I even go out tonight? Shit. I'd be talking to my psychic friend, asking her, listen, give me the goddamn numbers for the lottery. Shit, I'm broke. I need to win. Okay. Fuck. But I don't know. Maybe it doesn't work like that. But honey, I tell you, and people are talking and they say, you know what? She's always having bad luck. What's up with that? She's Hollywood. Hell, she got more money than I do, and you hear her on the headlines with more negativity, honey. You don't never hear me in them headlines, honey. Okay, shit, what you got going on, girl? Okay, honey, what is really going on? And why haven't she came out and made a statement? I have a friend to make a statement, and then another thing. Who is her friends in this industry? Who is her friends? Who can she talk to? They say she could talk to Kiki Wyatt, but she's been kind of quiet. I don't know. And clearly, you may say, well, maybe she don't want people in her business. Girl, if she didn't want people in her business, she wouldn't come out here and tell us she woke up with in her face full of blood. That is putting us deep in her business. Okay, she said a fractured nose. She said 4 missing teeth. She said losing mobility. She said bruise. She said swollen face. She said this situation has caused her to look at the whole world different. She is putting us in her business. She wants us to know something is wrong. She is screaming out for help. This is a SOS, okay? And we are all in it like Bennett, and we're going to get to the bottom of this. And you would think as a friend, you would be concerned too. You'll be calling too. What's going on with you, Tamar? I got people coming at me, texting me. They think I have something to do with it, or I think I know. Girl, tell me what's up. What happened to you? Okay. But honey, we ain't seeing none of that. Or maybe we get an update later on today. I don't know, honey. And then people are accusing Funky Diva. Why ain't Tamar coming out here and saying, y'all leave Funky Diva alone? That's my friend. He was there for me. He don't got shit to do with me. What's going on? She's just giving us crumbs, girl. And yes, we are up in arms because we seen what happened to Angie Stone. They give us crumbs. Next thing you know, they end up dead. And then next thing you know, they're going to tell us, well, she took herself out of here because you already know she got a history of taking herself out of here. You already know she got a history of health issues. So this is an alarm because she sounded the alarm. Ain't nobody else did it. Ain't no friend, ain't no associate come out here spread no false gossip. She rang the alarm herself, and all we doing is coming up here and say, what's up? How can we help? Who did it? Why? What happened? What's up? Okay. So people are saying, well, maybe she fell face first down to the ground. That's a possibility. I don't know how that works. I never fell face down to the ground. It says 4 missing teeth. That's what a lot of people talk about. 4 missing teeth. Let me play y'all the video. They said that she called Funky because he said he ain't hear nothing, but she called him and said, can I get Dr. Heavenly number? And he ain't think much of it. And I can't blame Funky Dineva. You got to speak. How was Funky Dineva know what's going on? But the thing is, people don't believe that Funky Dineva is telling the truth about that. They feel that he's a liar and he's hiding something. They feel like Tamar, she got a mouth, she gonna talk. She told him over the phone when she was asking for Dr. Heavenly information. She told Funky. She told Funky everything what happened. Now, why Funky ain't telling, why Funky is acting like she ain't telling nothing, that's a mystery to me. But that's how people feel, girl. Press 1 if you feel like she told Funky what happened. Press 3 if you feel like she ain't told him, but he know. Okay, press 5 if you feel like he hiding something. Press 10 if you feel like he is perfectly honest and he has no idea what's really going on with that girl. Okay? Honey, last time I saw over there, he was talking about he was going to pick his boyfriend up and they was going to marshmallows, honey. I said to myself, I said, you not going to go see your girlfriend? Honey, if that was my girlfriend, I'd be at the hospital with her, giving her balloons and soup and trying to make her feel good. What's going on with your teeth, girl? Just get knocked out here and left. I don't know what's going on with her, honey, but honey, when I tell you, ooh, it's like she got a curse on her. It really is. She has a curse on her life. Every year, every season is something terrible. And it seems like the people that she hang around with is horrible too. I'm just saying. All right, so let me put up here. So I was over there at Kempire. Shout out to him. He's very professional. Okay, a stellar YouTuber. Okay, so he has this video footage, and this is them, partying the night away. They love to party. They are party animals. But this is Atlanta, and I guess they're in Atlanta, so that's what they do. That's all they do: party, 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 drugs, party, and doing a do. Okay, let's check it out. All right. So I saw, okay, look at that. Who is that? So this is the night. Oh my God, you guys, hours. This is hours before she almost died. She almost died. We could not be talking about her like this because she said she almost died. So this is her. This is what she have on. She got the black. Do y'all see what she have on? Hold on. Do y'all see what she have on? Look. Okay, she got a do-rag on. Is that a do-rag? What she got on her head? I don't know what it is. Maybe some Erica Badu. But do you know? Oh, girl, this is telling. This is telling. Let me pause it on the do-rag. Okay, do y'all see that hair she got on? Do y'all see that hair she got on? Do y'all see that? Press 2 if you see that hair she got on. Ah, look at that shit. Look. Let me tell y'all what I heard. They say they put the headscarf on their head. Do you know why? To protect them from demons. They said the head wrap is like an anointing, it's a covering to protect you from dark energy and dark demons. This is what they tell me, y'all. So maybe she knew they were coming for her. That dark energy, she knew. I don't see too many people wearing do-rags or scarves in the club. I mean, then again, I'm not a club person, you guys. No, I'm a housewife, okay? I tend to my husband. Okay. But, when I did go out to the clubs when I was young, I didn't see many people with do-rags and scarves, but honey, she's there. at the club with that scarf on, she's protecting her energy because she knows something evil is lurking in the shadows. You get that feeling. Have you ever got that feeling like something evil is going to happen or something is lurking and following you and stalking you? Have you ever got that feeling? Don't ignore that feeling, y'all. It's real. I mean, we are living in dark times nowadays. You guys know, especially for you guys that are spiritual, you know? Okay, so that's telling. All right, so this is her, as you guys can see her. She's high. Ooh, they say she's high. Miss talks that talks that she's higher than a AT&T phone bill. Ooh, oh, do y'all think she's high? I didn't want to say it. Miss Talk, I thought it. I didn't want to say it about her. I didn't want to say it. They said she's high. Press one if you think she's high. You know, and there's nothing wrong with being high, I guess. But honey, when high causes you to be face first on the floor, blood all around, fractured nose, missing teeth, she got to go to the dentist. Yeah, that's going to cost and it's going to hurt. Let me tell you guys, I cannot stand the dentist. Oh, I can't stand it. They stick that big needle in your gums and them nerves. Girl, them nerves. It ain't no pain like them damn nerves. Okay. Okay. Man, I would do anything versus getting shot in my gums with that needle. That's why I'm afraid to go to the dentist now because I know they're going to shoot me in my mouth and I don't want to get shit. I don't want to get shoot in my mouth. It hurts. But she's going to have to go through that and all that. That stuff hurts. The nerves is the worst. It's the worst. So, honey, when drugs cause you to be 4 missing teeth, then she got to get her nose redone. Hello, her nose. They said she already had surgery on her nose to make it small because she got that. She like that small look. Everybody don't want a big ass nose. Everybody don't want no wide ass nose. You know. So it's her life. She got the money to do so. Go ahead. I support it. So you know, now she's gonna have to redo her nose, so she's going to have to get some bone tissue, probably from her legs and her feet. I don't know where she's going to get the bone cartilage from, but she's going to have to get some stuff somewhere. I hope she don't go to Turkey, honey, trying to get cheap. And then if she's on drugs, can she sue the drug company? But what if it's illegal drugs? I don't know. You know, but she has the money to do so, so I'm sure she's going to be fine. But I hope she don't go to Turkey. Do you guys think she's gonna go to Turkey for her surgery? Because she got to get her nose fixed. You know she's vain. You know she's self-centered. You know she want to look in the mirror to make sure she looks fine and fabulous, honey. So you know she's not gonna walk around with no effed up nose. Like some of y'all be driving around here. I be seeing y'all. Y'all have y'all car and the car been in trash, the bumper dented and everything, and y'all just cool with that. Okay, she's not like that. She's not gonna walk around with her broken nose or twisted nose. She's gonna get herself together because she's gonna get back on TV. And I bet you she's gonna talk about this in one of her stories on television. She monetized everything she does in her life. So she's gonna have to monetize this and tell us a full story. It's just a matter of time. Okay. So I don't know who is behind it, but guess what? Last time when Tamar was in a whole bunch of trouble, do you guys remember that? It was that story with her and Krishan Rock. Actually, I think I covered it. So anyway, the reason why I brought that up because everything was so secretive between her and Krishan Rock. But one of Tamar's friends, do you guys remember that assistant guy? He came out and he exposed the truth, didn't he? He said, I'm going to tell y'all what's really going on. He said Krishan Rock did X, Y, and Z and Tamar, and he exposed Tamar for being a fake ass bitch. So, honey, I don't know. Do you guys think one of her friends is going to expose the truth because Tamar doesn't? And you know, it takes a week or 2 weeks for Tamar to come out here and tell her truth. She let shit build, just like the Krishan Rock situation. It took her 2 whole weeks in order for her to get on her YouTube channel and be dramatic and say, hello, you guys, I'm going to tell my side now. Bitch, you should have been saying something, goddamn it. Okay, but you know, we just going to have to wait and let her tell her truth in her time. You know what I mean? All right, So let's get back to here because I love to talk, honey. That's why I should have a talk show because I just love to talk to y'all. And make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe here at the Messy Sweet Spot. Like, I need them likes, God damn it. Okay. So let's bring this back up here and let's play the video. All right. So here it is. This is Tamar. All right. And the guy with the glasses, I hear a lot of you guys asking, who is that? That is the club promoter. His name is Vinny. Shout out to Vinny. He is a phenomenal person. Yeah, let's move on. All right, so there she goes, partying with the club owner, giving love. They're doing all that kissy shit. She's rubbing her stomach. Is something wrong with her stomach? Did you guys see her rub her stomach? Like, did you guys see the rub in her stomach? Hold on. Hold on. What? Why was she rubbing her stomach like that? All right, so she's what? Oh, she got a Jesus cross on. Hello, listen, the signs are here, y'all. Ooh, the signs are here. The signs are here. Do y'all see the signs? First, she knew something dark was in the room. She got her head wrap on. That's for coverage. Then she got the Jesus cross in the club. Yeah, she got a Jesus cross dangling in her neck with the safety protection scarf, and something still demonic happened to her that night. That's freaky. It almost took her out of here. She knew something was coming for her. Yeah, the signs are here. And then what's up with that rubbing that stomach? Let's go back. There she go. That cross hanging. All right. Having a good time. You see Funky Dineva. You see Funky looking like Trade. I didn't even, girl, I didn't even notice that was Funky Dineva. He looked like Trade. He looked like a goddamn bodyguard. He looked like he was on assignment that night. I didn't notice Funky Dineva. Did y'all notice Funky Dineva in that video? Press 2. Funky Dineva, honey. Honey, Funky Dineva looked like a straight nigga. Okay, in the background with white that white hoodie on with them jeans. He wasn't giving what he was giving. Okay, I didn't even recognize that was Funky Dineva. I thought that was a whole trade nigga. But that's Funky Dineva, and he was allowing her to have all the shine that night. She was in the background. She was in the front ground. I mean, he's a celebrity too. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows Funky Dineva. He's a household name. But that night, whose birthday was it? Wasn't it his birthday? Or what? Whose birthday was it? Can y'all tell me that in the comment section? I could have swore it was somebody's birthday. Well, it seemed like it was her birthday. She took all the damn shine. Hell. And then the birthday, why he not wearing a birthday suit? White hoodie with some jeans. That's not how you celebrate your birthday, Funky Dineva style. I wouldn't think, honey. I need to know. Comment in the comment section. Whose birthday was it? Was it Funky birthday? It was his birthday. Why wasn't he dressed like it was his birthday? Funky Dineva is fabulous, honey. Okay. Yeah, he bring all the girls. But honey, he's dressing like he was on an assignment. He dressing like he was incognito. A white hoodie with some jeans, walking like he a thug. Okay, I would have mistaken him as a thug or a goddamn bodyguard, girl. Okay. My goodness, my goodness. Ooh, honey. I bet Funky Dineva pulling all the niggas in Atlanta, right? Did Tamar see the niggas that Funky Dineva was pulling? And Tamar said, I want some of that. Okay, because she wants some of everything, honey. She's curious, girl. That's why they say she's on that goddamn prep, honey. She said, well, shit, all of them might be gay, so I may as well take my pick and just jump on some dick. I don't know, girl. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. People are curious in Hollywood and they just want to try some shit. Girl, some of y'all have got on some gay dick knowingly. Okay, you know that man like another man, but you still jumped on that shit anyway. Okay, let's not play those games over here. I know the T girl. Okay, so let me get back here. Ooh, all right, so they up here partying and bullshitting and partying and bullshit. Okay, So here we go. I'm gonna keep on playing again. All right, there we go. And this is Funky Dineva birthday. Why? I'm mad as hell now. Funky Dineva, why wasn't you the center of the attention? Her ass walking around like it's her birthday. Okay? Nah, take my sit your ass down and let Funky Dineva have his shine. Why Vinny ain't on Funky Dineva? How? It's supposed to be his birthday. I don't get it. It don't feel like it was his birthday. From this little video clip, did it feel like Funky Dineva was a birthday man? He don't even dress. I could listen. I don't know Funky Dineva. I don't know him. But I'm thinking, this is what I'm thinking. It's his birthday, right? Do you know that gay guy? What's his name? He's always like dressing like over the top extravaganza. You know who I'm talking about? He played in that movie Pose. I don't know his name, y'all. I don't know. But he be so fabulous, honey. You know what I mean? He'd be like, hey, I'm here. Or like an EJ Shows. Or Saucy Santana. Saucy Santana, honey. Ooh, the girls. Honey, he is coming through, girl. Okay. Okay. But Funky Dineva, I'm so surprised that he dressed like that on his birthday. I'm just taken back by that. That lets me know something was off that night. Something was off. The dress code, I don't know, something off. Oh, I can just feel it in this video, girl. It's just red. It's just I can smell it in the video. All right, so keep going. All right, so they love each other. Tamar and the club promoter. All right, there we go. And all I just see is Funky Dineva in the back. And they treat Funky Dineva so bad. He's a celebrity too, damn it. Funky Dineva is a celebrity too, but he has to sit back and just. So who wanted to go out? Did Funky Dineva really want to go out that night? It's given he really didn't want to go out that night. I don't know him, but from the video, it seemed like she really wanted to go out. It didn't seem like he really wanted to go out. That's just my feeling. All right, let's keep on going on. All right, she's hugging people. Okay, there go Funky. There, we got our eyes on Funky Dineva. Now that's the expression I was waiting for. Now look, the expression on his face gave it all. Hey girl, okay. The expression on his face gave it all. That's the celebrity right there. That is the birthday man. Happy birthday, Funky. Okay. All right. So, honey, this is telling. All right. So he's looking. He's like, finally, they have acknowledged the queen, the real king. Okay. I am here. They're giving him love at this point. They didn't want to leave him out. They're still looking at the camera. And he's looking like, oh my God, you guys really acknowledging me tonight. So he's looking somewhere and it looked like he's happy to be acknowledged. And he's happy to say, hey, I'm here too. So let's keep on going on. All right. So now he's turning up. He's laughing. He's enjoying himself. That walk just threw me off. When he was walking behind Tamar, honey, from that glimpse, it threw me the fuck off. But now I can see Funky Dineva underneath them hoodies, underneath them pants, because it wasn't tight. Okay, I can see the movement, the facial expression. I can that's Funky Dineva. Okay, because I didn't know it for far away from a glimpse how he was just walking behind. Felt like Bodyguard. All right, so okay, he doing a hand motion, like he humping something with them goddamn hands. All right, so he's dancing on Tamar. They dancing. All right. All right, so okay, there she go. They got sports on TV, dancing. What is Funky Dineva doing? He looking like he just doing something just to fit in. Oh, he's loving it. He's loving it. Oh, she's throwing it back. Tamar's over there throwing it back. Okay. So, honey, what do y'all think about that footage? What do y'all? That's the last footage that we saw before Tamar almost died. That is the last footage that we saw before Tamar almost died. Could you imagine if she really died? Then that would be the last image that we saw of her. And after that video footage that I just showed, next thing we know, we got the alarm. Tamar found face down, blood all over her face, teeth knocked out. 4 teeth is gone. Nose crooked, nose is broken. She says she lost her mobility. She can't, I guess she can't walk, she can't see. Um Bruises, swollen face. She said, I don't even know what happened to me. She don't know. The night This night before the mystery accident, Tamar was spotted out in Atlanta with Funky Diva, the video I just showed you guys. They were holding hands, walking into the club. Tamar looked happy, glowing, turning up, very much alive. By the next day, she posted that she nearly died. Naturally, folks started connecting the dots or making, just figuring it out. Some say Tamar passed out or had a seizure. Ooh, OG is in the room, y'all. Ring the alarm, ring the alarm. OG, how you doing, baby?
I'm good. How you doing, Messy?
Good, so good to hear your voice, and I'm glad you came up. You know they love you, girl. Talk to me. What are your thoughts about that?
Yours as well. Well, I'm getting the news as everybody else is getting it, right? So, I mean, the latest I know, Funky came back out again and spoke, on it, and but I mean, he's really still not giving any information, and it's perhaps he don't know anything, other than the fact that he said all of them rode, I guess, in this big party van or whatever, and he got dropped off. They all was like dropped off at her house, and I guess he was like, and I went to my own car and went on by my business, whatever. But if that's the case, and he's saying that Tamar Braxton was coherent when he left her, then what happened to her when she got up in her house is the $64,000 question, right? Now, was it people that followed her up in her crib and they continued to party, like a little after party, after the party? Because that happens a lot. If so, who was present? Because usually if you are alleged drugged at maybe like at the club, depending on what she had, the effect probably would have took on faster there. Something happened to her at, I believe, at her house. Like if somebody else was around her, or did she take some, or was something in her drink or something that it took effect, once she got home, depending on how fast, whatever it was it slipped in her drink. For her to, I keep saying again, for her to have 4 missing teeth and a fractured nose means she fell face first or was hit with something in her face. Either two. She could have passed out. She could have fainted, had a medical emergency as well. And right, we have to look at it like that too. She could have possibly had a medical emergency and fainted and hit and went down face first. It's a lot of scenarios, right? Because I was thinking about more and more yesterday. I was like, well, I didn't think about the whole medical emergency situation. I don't know if she have any type of ailments where she faints or anything like that, or was it a sugar rush or a lack of sugar? Just a lot of scenarios is coming, through my head now that I'm thinking about it. For her to say that she has a fractured nose and 4 missing teeth, okay, we can visually see when your teeth is knocked out, but how do you know if you got a fractured nose unless you've been to the doctor? So if that happened that night or early in the wee hours of the morning, and Funky says she called him or he got the text around 10, then was she at the doctor's office when she texted him? Was she at home? Like there's some hours there that's unaccounted for. You know what I mean? And from what Funky is saying, she wasn't very forthcoming with him, and he didn't even elaborate to try to pull anything else out of her. It was just basically, you know, give me Dr. Heavenly's number, so I got 4 teeth missing and a fractured nose, and that's pretty much it. He didn't really try to pull nothing else out of her, and she didn't try to give away anything other than that. So yeah, it's just still sus, it's just still sus. But Tamar, don't leave us hanging right here. Like you got us in it now. Like you got us wrapped in it. Like, what's going on with you, girl? We need a updated post. We need something. We need, girl, come on. You post that and then you go ghost. Like, come on, girl. You gotta let us know how you doing. That's the least you could do. You done put it out there now. Just everybody talking about it. It done went viral. What happened to you? So what's up? What's going on now? Did you get your mouth fixed? Are you having surgery on your nose? Like, what's going on with you, girl? We just want to know you all right.
Yeah, and she wanted us to know. If she didn't want us to know, she wouldn't tell us. She wouldn't put us in her business because Funky didn't know to put this out here. So nobody would have known, but she did it because she is screaming for help, I believe. And I want to know, did they fall out? Like, did her and Funky Dineva fall out that night and he's just not telling that side because he don't want you to speculate even worse? But then, OG, if you have a friend, OG, and you heard some horrible news about your friend, wouldn't you be more concerning? Wouldn't you call your friend and say, what is going on? Do I need to come over there? Where are you at? What hospital were you at? I'm on my way. Say less.
Absolutely. But then again, how close were they, Messy? You know what I mean? At
Oh,
the end of these people be
oh,
so
gee.
loosely, these
Oh,
people be so loosely throwing, that word around friends, but are they really friends? Are they fair weather friends? Are they associates? Like, for the way Funky addressed her, that lady, I don't know what that lady happened to that lady. I don't know. I wouldn't say anything like that as far as a friend is concerned. I would show genuine concern and say that's my friend, and I'm praying for her. I'm concerned as to what happened. I'm checking up on her. At least text or call and leave messages, even if she don't want to talk to nobody right now. That's what a friend would do. Is it anything I can do? Reach out, let me know I'm here. That type of conversations. He's not saying none of that happened. So yeah, no, I don't think they as close as people are maybe believing that they are.
OG, I'm very passionate. I think everybody knows this. And I can be dramatic, but you know what? She celebrated his birthday with him. That's a
Mm-hmm.
friend, isn't it?
No,
You
well,
chose
people,
them to celebrate your birthday. She said, "Hey, I want to stop my busy schedule, Funky, and I'm going to celebrate your day with you."
people celebrate birthdays of associates, right? I mean, people have went with other people to their friend's birthday party, and they may not know the person. I mean, it's all kind of scenarios, but at least we know that they are associated with each other. We definitely know that, right? But that is just not the behavior of a friend. And like I said, they throw the word friend around very, very loosely, but are they genuinely friends like that? I don't know.
Mm, that's crazy. So I see you messenger. I'm about to pull you up right now. I just want to play this clip of Funky Dineva just in case if people missed it, okay? Let me pull it up. Give me a where's the volume when I need it? Oh, there it is. All right, here we go.
Things in a different way. Some people react, and I'm giving grace here, but I just feel like, why are we smiling about this? You guys know I've covered Tamar so many times. She's not necessarily my favorite person, but I would never, and I'm not saying that.
Ooh, Campire. He's a big YouTuber. He said, Funky, why are you smiling about this? She almost died. And what are you doing? Smiling and laughing and geeking. What? OG, are you seeing this?
Yeah, I am, and shit ain't funny. If the woman is saying she almost died and woke up in a pool of blood, like, nah, ain't nothing funny about that. And even if she's just an associate, even if it, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, they kissed and made up at some point, right? Even as an associate, just out of empathy or compassion or sympathy for the person, you would at least reach out at least maybe one time or show some type of concern or something. You don't have to be a friend. That's just me, but I don't know. Maybe they move differently, but even as an associate, if I come to your party as an associate, even, and then you tell me after, or I find out after you left my party, something happened to you, I'm going to still reach out.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
I guess I'm very different too because I don't hang with associates on my special day. Okay. It's just close friends and a few family members. Not even all of my family will get an invite. But everybody is different, like you say. So I'm gonna play this clip.
I'm not smiling about something like this because literally she could have lost her life. Any one of us can have an accident in our home, be by ourselves, and lose our lives.
Ooh, Campfire getting on his ass, ain't he? Let me play.
Because someone's not there to help us immediately.
Actually, I'm not high. I did take an edible. I actually want to get off the line because my boyfriend just got in town and he down there cooking, bitch. We having smothered pork chop. We have a smothered pork chop over yellow rice with.
He like, listen, he said, fuck Tamar. He said, fuck what Tamar going through. Let me tell y'all about me and my boyfriend.
I got to get to my man.
Right.
My man, my man, my man.
He said, this is my birthday weekend and that bitch is not going to upstage it. Okay. That's how it's coming off. But let's hear about him and his man. Come on, Funky.
What green we eating? What he said? With cabbage and cornbread. Now listen, let me just go ahead and get this out the way, okay? Before we even get to the top of the show, I don't know what happened to the lady. Okay,
I had to say, him referring to her as the lady multiple times, I was sort of like, isn't that your friend? I mean, and again, we don't know. They were hanging out on a Saturday night. They looked quite friendly. They were holding each.
Yes, that's the friend. I don't care what y'all listen. I don't know. Y'all act different. I cannot talk. I believe this is my beliefs, and maybe it goes against y'all beliefs. But if we hanging out on my birthday, we friends, okay? If I'm hanging out with you and I'm showing the whole world that I'm hanging out with you, you are my friend. I don't allow people to be associated with me just on the strength because hell no, I don't get down like that. So if I see that, I may get it wrong, but I'm just going to assume that you guys are really close friends. But then y'all say Funky Dineva, this is how he always been. I mean, you guys always complain about Funky Dineva, but you want to get shocked when he does it. But this is who he has been, right? OG, right?
That part, yeah, pretty much. I mean, I'm not shocked, by his behavior. I mean, but again, just to be so indirect and so insensitive, you know what I'm saying, as to someone that that knows her, to kind of be indirect like that and kind of be like that lady. It was that whole thing for me, and we see everybody is saying this, so I'm not the only one, you not the only one. A lot of these other content creators are not the only one that's thinking that that's sus, like that's strange for him to be addressing her like that in such serious matter. Now, if it would have been, say if I was her friend party, but I got a friend of mine with me that don't know her, right? Now, and they find out that something happened, I could maybe hear them saying, wow, I met her, but like, I don't know what happened to that lady. That would sound more coming out of their mouth because they don't know her like that. But for somebody that's been in the presence like Funky have with her and her with him, I don't understand that dynamic of how he addressed her in a sort of indirect, kind of insensitive way for such a sensitive subject, like, serious matter that has happened to her. I don't get that.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm going to continue to play.
His hands coming up, but I was like, why is he referring to her as the lady?
For those of y'all that know, I'm talking about Tamar Braxton. I don't know what happened to the lady. We went out. What night that was? We went out. Saturday night. We went out Saturday night. We went to the Roof Chris. We ate. We had a good time. She was like, let's turn up for your birthday. We went down to the V12. Shouts out to Vinny and all the people at V12. That's the video y'all saw. Or whatever, with us walking in, them making a whole lot of noise. We left there. We all got in the car together. The car dropped us off at Tamar house. I didn't go upstairs. I went to my car. I went and met James Knox at BJ Rooster, and I came home. The next day when I woke up, I also
think it's just sad that Funky has to even address this in this way, because I can't believe we went from Tamar going on social media talking about, it sounds like an accident that happened in her home, to now Funky having to give you guys his whereabouts, like you're the police.
Text message from Tamar at 10 in the morning that said, can you give me Dr. Heavenly phone number? I didn't think anything of it because people ask me for Dr. Heavenly phone number all the time. And it's typically when people have an emergency veneer situation. I did not.
All right. So when he says this, did you hear this, OG? He said, dropped her off, right? Then the next morning, OG, hours later, she texts him for a Dr. Heavenly number, insinuating that teeth accident happened that night or around that time that morning. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? It seems like a continuation from the night prior.
Right, because even Tamar herself said she woke up in a pool of blood. So at some point she passed out, must have right there on the floor in her apartment where she was, and woke up to this situation. So, okay, what time did they get to Tamar's house where everybody went their separate ways or whatever? That tells a tale, as opposed to from that time to the time that she text Funky. How much time frame, is in those hours right there? Did something happen? And again, Funky said he went into his car and left and met James and then went on about his business. Who else was there, and did anybody else go up to Tamar's apartment with her? But again, even the way he addressing it now, just like he was like, giving us the rundown of, that night as far as from his perspective, and shouting out the venue and shouting out all these people and stuff. And that's cool, but I just still find it very sus that not in none of his conversation is he showing a genuine concern about Tamar. He keeps addressing her as that lady or the lady. Again, that is like you're trying to deflect or remove yourself from the situation, and even if you wasn't there when it actually happened, like in her apartment, because actually some had to happen in her apartment if she didn't leave you that way, right? So I get the part that you saying, I don't know what happened to her. I went my way. I got in my car, this, that, and the other. I get it. And you may not even want to say who may have went upstairs with her in her apartment. Maybe you saw it and maybe you didn't. Maybe that'll come out later and maybe it won't. Again, it's just a very insensitive way he's even telling the story for me. And not that I'm weak, that he owed anybody, right? But if you putting it out there, it's, of course, you putting it out there for people to dissect it, right? So, and that's what, to me, that's what it seems like. He's very insensitive to the subject at hand. That's all.
I don't know about y'all, but honey, when I go out with my friends, we turn up for the whole night, OG. My girls be like, okay, so where we going next? I'll be like, we're going here. We leave the night together. We finish together. For her to get dropped off early, why she didn't finish the night with her? This your birthday. We friends. The whole point is me being with you on your special night. We turned up. We going this place, that place. We here.
Well, apparently she had other plans. And
Oh,
so did Funky, right? Because Funky said he left and went to some, what did he say, roost or something with to meet James. So
so what her plans was?
he said again that they all got dropped off at Tamar's house. She got out, went in her apartment. He got out and went to his car. How many other people got out of this alleged party van or whatever? You know,
He said car. It didn't sound like he said party
oh,
van.
car.
Car.
Okay. Well, how many other people were in that car, and how many other
It was
people
more.
got out?
But
Hmm.
OG, who said it was more? Because on that video, I only saw him and Tamar. I didn't see groups of people. It was only two people that was with them, and they was with each other. They didn't have an entourage. They didn't have a clique.
Okay. Well, somebody had to drive the car that they got out of.
It's a Uber. It sounds like it was a Uber. It was a car, a Uber. You know how people are. They don't drive because of parking. So they get
Okay.
Uber.
Okay. Well, okay. Let's look at that scenario. If they had been drinking or whatever, I can understand. They get an Uber, right? And Tamar, and obviously for Funky to say he got out and went to his car had to be parked in her apartment complex or wherever it is she lived.
He went to her house. That's what it sounds like. They called a Uber, maybe a luxury, high end, honey, because they want to pull up all black
Mhm.
truck. And when they came back, you get dropped off. He go his way, and she goes upstairs. But it doesn't sound like she went upstairs with anybody or to do something else.
Did somebody come over later?
It don't sound like that. I mean, we don't know. I don't know, but from what he tells, he never said nobody came up later. He just said the
Well,
next.
he wouldn't know though. He wouldn't know because he left. So the question is really addressing as far as to Tamar. Like, did someone else come up to Tamar house? Were they already there in her house? Like, what happened? It seems the way she's saying it, like she woke up alone. So,
Yeah, she
you know
said
what
her
I mean?
friend found her, right?
She said, who found her?
And she said her friend found her.
Yes, a friend found her. So obviously she woke up alone. And I guess a friend came to her house or something. Oh, I don't know. Maybe a friend could have been in the house and maybe went to sleep or went in another bed. I don't know. It's like, it's just so much that's missing, so many elements that's missing from this story that she has yet to tell. You know what I mean? And is she going to tell it, or is she just dangling the carrot out there for us to, want more, like little hungry little bunny rabbits? We see the carrot dangling. Now we want to know more. Because we want to continue to get to tea.
Well, all I know is this. When it sounds like when somebody found me, it sounds like my girlfriend was calling me and she's like, you know what? That's not like Tamar. She always picks up for me. I'm about to go over there and find out what's going on. And she had a spare key and she went in and she found her on the floor. That's what it sounds like. I would think if I'm with someone of my friend, I'm going to hear a thump. I'm going to hear a fall. I'm going to notice movement stopping, you know?
Well, not necessarily. If y'all under the influence, you might not hear it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And I'm sure they all were under the influence when they left that party. They all had been drinking.
yeah, I don't drink. And like I said, I don't hear them saying it was a group of them. In the video, it's only Tamar and Funky. That's all we
Mhm.
see in the video. So we know Funky went to go see other friend, and they cut the night short. But like I said, with my friends, I would tell my friend, girl, I got a date coming over tonight. You know that guy, Andre? Yes, girl. Or, you tell people if you're linking up with people, safety concerns or anything. But, that's just me. I'm just letting y'all know how I roll. Okay. Yes. So,
No, and I agree with you, Messy, because especially if you are a single woman that live alone, and you may have a friend, right? I think it's a smart thing to give a friend that you trust, and I'm saying a friend or a close relative that you trust with a spare key in case something happened. I don't know if the friend, that was the situation, was the friend already there? Did the friend come over and find her find her like that by having a spare key? Again, it's so many loopholes. There's so many unanswered questions to this situation that are we gonna find out? Is Tamar really gonna say? Because remember again, she said she have no recollection of what happened. That's why to me it's very sus as to say, and she didn't have any mobility, meaning it was hard for her to move around. To me, that's why I'm thinking that she possibly was drugged. That's just me. I'm just telling me like some ain't right there. And I wish and I hope, if she suspect that she would, get, a toxicology report ran to see if it was whatever it was she was drinking, either at the club or when she got home, if she drank some more, like what was in whatever it was that you drunk that caused you to not have no mobility and no memory.
Mhm.
Even if you faint from a medical situation, you still know, you know what I'm saying, what led up to that. You either felt flush, you felt hot, you feel a way
Well,
before that.
I did see her rubbing her stomach in that clip when she was walking up with Vinny.
Mm.
So I do want to play a little bit more clip of
I'm just gonna say, Messy, that could have been gas. But go ahead.
Anything of it. People ask me for her number all the time. And then the next thing I know, folks is sending me this thing on the internet where the lady said she almost died and she was laying in a pool of blood. And I know some of y'all are gonna be committed to thinking I'm lying, and y'all gonna be committed to thinking I'm biased, and y'all are gonna be committed to thinking I'm covering up something. And I promise you, I swear to God, on my mother, I don't know what happened. I honestly don't. I don't know what happened. And that's the God honest truth. Now I know for some of y'all that's not going to.
And I don't understand why the internet would think that he would know. Yes, he saw her on Saturday night. She's talking about on Sunday, this happened. I don't know how we've gotten to this point, but we are at this point.
Be good enough, but you're gonna have to make it enough. I promise you.
Well, I can understand why people were associated, because Saturday night and she realized what happened to her Sunday morning. So Saturday night you were hanging out with her, and if she died Sunday morning, if somebody killed her Sunday morning, who do you think they're gonna look at? The person she was last with. All right. So Messenger, how are you?
How are you, darling? Thanks for allowing me up, because I really wanted to share my experience with this situation. Let's talk about the liquor. I used to drink. Let me put on my avatar. I used to drink, and I used to get blackouts, honest. And people used to say the next day, it's no way you don't remember what you did. It's no way you playing us. You know exactly what you did. And I could tell you, testify, I did not know nothing that happened. This looks every bit of assault. This does not look like no seizure and falling. This looks to me, in my opinion, every bit of an assault. And why I'm going to tell you, and people that drink that liquor could tell you, when people like Tamar that's boisterous, you'll talk a lot of mess in people's face. You'll talk, you be all about it. You go all erratic. And I believe that's what she did, and somebody beat up. And then no telling what else they did. Now, anybody could know when you have a fight, the next day you saw all over. You saw all over. That's the Iraka. If you got a fall, you just going to be sore in one particular area. But if you in a fight, you going to be sore all over. Can't be mobile. Like, what's on my neck? What's on my back? And I just think that another Wendy Williams damsel in distress. And I like to say this, some women have to have a man to help them out and stop them from doing and getting into foolish situations, And to me, Tamar don't know how to live her life without somebody giving control. Vince was a lot to her. You understand, to control her attitudes and everything and money and everything. Now she around a bunch of vultures. You know, it's no way she's supposed to be unescorted. It's no way she's supposed to be. Who did she enter the home with? There's no way this woman is supposed to be unescorted. She is that big of a star where she's not supposed to be unescorted. So somebody looked at an opportunity to take advantage of her. She's hanging around low lives. Funky Dineva is not a star, so he don't really have stars around him. He probably have riffraff and gutter rats and crackheads, in my opinion, around him. And plus, looking at him, he looked wired up. You can't tell me nothing. I smoked more than Whitney Houston, Bobby, Scarface, and Richard Pryor put together. He looked wired. He looked like he had a fine night, champagne and cocaine, in my opinion. His eyes all buck wild, all like 50 cent pieces. To me, he's still on that cocaine high, in my opinion.
Okay, let's say cocaine or something like that. Let's substitute it.
In my opinion, you know. So this is just a clear case. This lady says, Patricia says, OG says, she was rubbing her stomach. Yeah, come on, somebody bop in the stomach, punch in the face. You're not gonna lose teeth unless you punched in the mouth. Okay, what you gonna fall on? What you gonna fall on? Knock out 4 teeth. 4 teeth. That's critical. That's critical. Somebody punched you. I could testify. This tooth right here was knocked out. Somebody did like that. I was over them like this, and they did like that, and it was knocked out almost 50%. So I could tell you, you know, you're not just gonna wake up sore, bloody, and somebody left. They didn't want to be responsible. Somebody did that to her and left, and she cannot and possibly will not remember what happened. And when she says she don't remember, believe her, because I done had plenty of blackouts. And my aunt would say, she's not going to remember none of that. And they be like, yes, she do. She know what she did. That's crazy. Don't remember nothing. So thank you. I just wanted to share that. Thank you, Messi. And you look so beautiful, girl. It's almost witchcraft, girl. I can't tell. I can't tell the difference. It's scary. That shit is witchcraft. Because if I was a damn man, I'd definitely be on your ass. Our filters ain't that much filter in the world. You know.
Thank you so much. You know, I have application for women too.
I just want to kind of respond to Messenger, the spiritual. I definitely understand your point, but usually with people that have blackouts that are drinkers, they're usually people that are, and I don't know Tamar's history, but usually people that have blackouts when they're drinking are usually people that were problem drinkers or alcoholics. I haven't known people to maybe just drink air and hold on, wait a minute, because I didn't say anything when you talking. Let me complete my sentence. So you said, you know, that if she got into a fight or whatever, right? You said she'll be sore. She didn't say she was sore. She said she didn't have any mobility. That is a sign more of someone being drugged than someone being in a fight. If she'd had a fight and say, yeah, I'm sore, I got knots and bumps and bruises, scrapes and all of that, then that's if she didn't say that. She said, I have no mobility. To me, if you fall face first, you are very capable of losing 4 teeth and damaging your nose. It sounds more sensible to me that scenario than, I'm just saying, than the somebody beat her up scenario. That's just my opinion, because I'm talking about when you talked about the whole sore thing from fighting, it's a difference between sore from fighting and losing mobility.
Okay, but let me first address the part that you said about alcoholism. People don't even know that they're alcoholic. You got some functional alcoholics out there. They don't even know that they're alcoholic because they function. And when they drink, they overdrink and they have blackouts. That's my experience from being in the room of Narcotics Anonymous and AAC, and all 3 of the A's. That's my experience of being in those rooms that I could share about an alcoholic and blackouts. I spent many hours in the rooms of Narcotics Anonymous and AA. So as I said, And as far as the drugging, most definitely the mobility, but I'm not seeing a fall doing that much damage. You understand? Like 4 teeth and bruising. I know that when I tussle with people, because in my 60s, I gotta be tussling with people. I'm waking up sore and immobile, like, dang, man, I can barely, I'm in a lot of pain. So okay, we'll just go to see the theories. What theory is correct? Because this looks like somebody took advantage of her to me.
Okay.
And they look wired, but at the same time, as wired as Funky Diva, maybe somebody did slip something in her, and that's what made her so immobile. But to me, she's talking about bruises on her face, bruises on her face, that's what I'm thinking. Like, yo, for real, that's the way I see it. But we'll see.
No, she didn't say bruising on her face. She said a fractured nose. So if she's in a fight, even if she just say, fainted, that can happen to someone that just fainted, had a medical situation and fainted. It depends on how you fall when you faint, because you can definitely go down face first or hit something face first on your way down. That's what it sounds more like to me than somebody beating her up. Again, she didn't say I got knots, bumps, bruises, scrapes, scratches. It was no, I have 4 missing teeth and a fractured nose. That's more to me susceptible to as she either fainted or either she was drugged and passed out.
I don't even think a domestic violence wife could protect 4 missing teeth and a fractured nose with the I fell. But I digress. We're good to see. We'll see. OG, we'll see, because we both OGs, so we gonna see.
Oh yeah, for sure. No doubt. I like the back and forth conversation because I like your perspective on it. I'm just thinking a little bit more deeper, and I don't know her history with alcohol. That I've never heard nobody say she was a problem drinker or alcoholic, and she could have been a function one. I don't know, but I had never heard that rumor about her. So that to me, the blacking out, yes, is it possible? Absolutely, anything's possible, but that's usually a history with people that are problem drinkers. That's all I was saying.
As a woman, when those men leave a codependent woman, they become problem drinkers. You understand? Look at Wendy. Kevin left her. She just went all out. Alcohol for breakfast, alcohol for lunch. You know what I'm saying? So, experiencing, when I was out there and all involved with these men, had to have a man in order to survive. Soon as they leave, I believe that Tamar is going through, I don't have no more husband, or really got a career, or really got money, and she's now drinking herself into a buffoon. I believe she's using alcohol to cope.
I want to say something. It says right here, a face injury. She said her friend saw a face injury. I was found in a pool of blood from my friend with a face injury. Now, when I first heard it, I thought that maybe she fell and she hit her face and head on that sink. I don't know what happened. I just imagined in the bathroom, but I thought she probably hit her mouth on that tub or that sink, because that's real hard. That's like almost somebody knocking you out once that impact and you falling and you bust your face on that sink or that tub, But she said a injury, a face injury. I'm assuming the face injury is when she hit her face on a sink or a tub. That's just an assumption.
Yeah, and that's a great assumption, Messy. Even if she was in her kitchen, we all know that countertops is hard, especially if she got a granite one. You know what I mean? Or the floor. What if she fell face first on her floor? On her floor, and her floor is hard. If she didn't fall, on carpet to kind of cushion it. It just, that part for me seems more sensible when you looking at 4 missing teeth, because you can be in a fight and somebody hit you in your mouth, usually you may lose one, no more than 2 teeth. You ain't losing 4 teeth from somebody hitting you in the mouth. That comes from real hard blunt force trauma against something very hard. Either yes, can she have been hit with some hard? Absolutely, but it just sounds more like she passed out, or yeah, she was drugged and passed out from that, or medical fainting, or something, and hitting something very hard before she passed. Before
Where
she
was
passed out.
her location? Are we sure it was in her home? Because
Right.
in this message, it doesn't say in her home. It just found. She could be in her hallway. I mean, I don't know. She said found. Where
Right. She said,
was she
I
at?
thought she said I woke up to, because when she said, didn't she say I woke up to, meaning like she woke up in her house too?
It says, I struggle to write this, but everyone keeps calling me. And honestly, now when she says everybody keeps calling me, do people hear? Was it whispers that something happened? And that's why people kept calling her. And that's why she decided to tell it on the internet. And then why wasn't Funky Dineva one of those people that kept calling her? I don't know. It sounds like he's not an inside in her circle, but maybe she's an inside in his circle. That's the dynamic. I'm not sure. It says, I can't even really talk anymore. I'm so weak. That mouth is so messed up, possibly. I almost died Sunday. I was found in a pool of blood from my friend with a face injury. That doesn't tell me she was in her house. It doesn't tell me where she was at. It just says she was found. We assume it was in her house, but it just says she was found. I don't know where she was found at. Asked it, did when she got dropped from Funky Dineva, did she go back out? I don't know. It says, but I would think it would be at her house because my friend found me. I don't know where she was at. But anyway, it says, as the days go on, by the worse it is. So that face is getting worse. That's normal. I
Yeah.
fractured my nose. I lost some teeth and mobility. So does that mean she can't walk? What does it mean by mobility? She can't function with her arms. I'm not sure. The way I look at life now is totally different. Is she going through a health? She's up in age. Does she have Alzheimer's? Is that starting to kick in? I'm not sure. It says, as my health is on um, the nerve, I guess her health is declining. My mental journey begins. Pray for me. And you guys know she has always struggled with mental health because she tried to take herself out before. Was it one of those incidents where she was trying to do something like that? I don't know. Was she trying to drink herself out, or was she experimenting with drugs? I don't know.
The
I just
loss of mobility definitely is some form of limited muscle movement. And when she's saying she's weak and lost mobility, that means, like, say for instance, people that are in the early stages of MS, they lose mobility until eventually they can't walk, right? They end up in a wheelchair, like Richard Pryor, people like that. But loss of mobility, yeah, that doesn't come from fighting. That comes
And
from,
that's not coming from fighting because
right.
your teeth
That's
not
what I'm saying. That comes from,
moving around.
okay. Let's go, ladies. I got to get in there. Let me go. Because
come
check
on.
this out. If somebody assaulting you in between your legs and tearing you up between your legs and throwing your legs all kind of ways and twisting you up, you can lose your mobility. And grape, the word grape that you eat them grapes, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel you. I'm just not getting that out of that scenario, though.
you know what y'all not getting?
What?
Violence. Y'all not getting violence. Let me tell
I'm
you something.
not.
Let me tell you something. If y'all sat in the room of domestic violence women, okay, give me a 4. Give me a 4. But you're not giving me nose, teeth, and stomach hurting at the same time. Somebody bust that behind because y'all got a mouth. And if you drinking and you popping all this stuff, people be wanting to take advantage of. She was taken advantage of. And you can't hide teeth. So that's why she had to bring it out. She had to
But
bring it out.
she was having fun at the party. She wasn't expressing, or it didn't show her getting into it with nobody or none of that.
Tamar by herself, somebody was snaking on her. Listen, Funky Diva hangs out with riffraff, gutter rats, and lowlives, in my opinion. Okay,
Okay.
and one of those low lives did something to Tamar, and that's it. She's not walking around with Vince with sense no more, huh?
This was sense. Okay. I hear you. I hear you. I hear your perspective. I don't know. And hopefully more will come out, that we will know more, that she won't just leave it hanging right there. Like I said, dangling the carrot. We having the conversation because she put it out there for us to have. Now, Tamar, just listen, Tamar. I'm just saying, just come on, girl, and let us know how you doing and what's going on with you and your progress. Okay. Don't dangle the carrot and then just leave us out here guessing. Okay.
And Funky Diva with them big old giant eyes, looking like them daggone eyes in one of them possessed dolls, wide as 50-cent pieces.
Okay.
He need to really check himself. He look like he's still doing Tootsie, in my opinion.
Got it. All right, messenger. I love you, girl. All right. So we're gonna let her go down. All right. So yeah, like OG said, Tamar, let us know what's going on. We know you want us to know what's going on, so I'm sure she's gonna inform us. And maybe somebody in our camp should say something. What about her PR team, OG?
I was just getting ready to ask you why you think no one has spoken out on her behalf. Her management, an agent, a PR team, somebody like. I'm curious as to, and let me know your thoughts, Messy, on what do you think? Do you think it sounds more like the scenarios that I said, either being drugged or a medical situation or somebody beating her up? What, like, for real, like, what do you think?
Anybody beating her up. I think that her health is declining, and I think that she is doing too much as far as experimenting with different things. And I
Mm,
think that when you're up in age and your health is on a decline and you're trying different stuff or you're doing different stuff you used to do when you were in your 20s, things are different. Your body is different. You went through so much, things are different. That's why she said, I look at life differently now, because she is coming to the reality. She is at a crossroad in her life. Maybe she realized, I can't do the things I used to do. You know, my body is different now.
yeah.
I have to take that into consideration, because blacking out, that's something I have to know what's up. I had a family member out of nowhere. They just start getting dizzy, and that was frightening to them. And I felt, do you guys know that thing where you just get dizzy is called vertigo?
Vertigo. Yeah, my mom has it.
So the first time your mom got vertigo, that probably freaked her out. And
Hmm.
when people get that, it just comes. And when it comes, hopefully you're not driving, because you could be in a car accident. I mean,
Yeah.
who knows what you could be doing? Or what if it comes when you're drunk? What the fuck? You
Mhm.
know?
Yeah.
So
Well, this is the thing, right? Because if she woke up that way, Tamar, you wrote that you look at life differently now. So if you really mean that, girl, do what you got to do. You know what I mean, to make that change. Because if people are having all this suspicions regarding your well-being, and you obviously you have to reevaluate that. What are you doing, girl? What are you doing, Tamar? Check yourself. And sometimes we got to do that. Check yourself, sis. Because some ain't right. Some
mhm.
ain't right.
Well, I'm sure maybe her sisters, are they being quiet as well?
Probably privately having conversations with her and checking on her, I'm sure. But she's not as private as they are when it comes to creating the dramatics of things. She's more dramatic than they are. So, but hopefully, yeah, her sisters has come to be concerned about her, come check on her, calling and all of that. Even her mom, right? But for you to write what you wrote about reevaluating life, that means it's time for a change, and only you know what that change is, Tamar. Nobody else knows. When you are in the comfort of your own home that you woke up to in a pool of blood, 4 teeth missing, and a fractured nose, girl. Yeah.
And guess what? Why do I see this on a reality show? Why do I see this? Oh my God, when Tamar did that, and they're going to all exploit this situation on a reality show. I just feel it coming.
Is she going back on one of those reality shows?
When did she ever stop?
Oh, okay. Because honey, if she ever be in the same proximity or room with K Michelle, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be brought up. Listen, you know how messy they are, okay?
Mm-hmm. They in the same city, aren't they? Aren't they all in Atlanta?
I believe so.
And Michelle, she just got a peach for the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So I'm sure Tamar constantly going to have to see her. And I think she's probably, going to feel some type of way about that.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure their paths will cross. You know what I mean? So yeah, but I don't know, Tamar. This is a very serious situation that happened. When you said you almost died, only you know that. You know what I mean? So, girl, like I said,
And
check one, check two.
on this right here, it doesn't say she woke up. It says she was discovered by her friend.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, I thought that's what I heard somebody said, but yeah, thank you for correcting. But yeah, you're right. Woke up where I would think realistically, if the last place she was seen being dropped off at her house, that's where her friend found her. But again, we don't know that for sure either.
We don't know that for sure, but I would assume that too.
Yeah,
But I mean, this story is just weird.
it is. And then again, she dangled a carrot out there, for us, and hopefully, at least the least that she would do after dangling the carrot is let everybody know she's okay and she's getting whatever it is type of help that she needs to get for herself. She may or may not ever explain in detail if she find out, because if she don't know and can't remember, then what is she gonna tell?
Mm-hmm. But why does she have to be so graphic with it?
Because that's Tamar. Tamar is graphic. She's drama. She's a drama queen, right? We all know that. She's extra. We all know that. So anything she do or say is going to be that. That's just her personality.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, thank you so much, OG. We're going to close the show. I really appreciate you. And I love when you come up as anyone else.
Thank you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye.
All right, you guys. So there you have it. So later on tonight, I will do another live, but I don't know what to talk about later on tonight. Can you guys leave me some ideas? Give me some topics. What should I put my mouth on tonight? So I need some ideas. I'm going to go get me something to eat. What are you guys going to eat for evening dinner? I'm thinking about some ribs. I know I shouldn't eat them, right? But I'm thinking about some ribs and some mashed potatoes and some candy yams and some mac and cheese. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I love to eat. Anybody else love to eat? Okay, press 3 if you love to eat. I love to eat and I love eating good, girl. Okay. Someone sent for Tony and Birdman. Okay. I already closed the case. Birdman went to collect by gay hairstylist. Is that what's going on, child? That's crazy. All right. Well, I'm going to get on out of here. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys on the next upload. Bye. Mm-hmm.